You were talking, Mr. Mahapatra, on the corporate life. I mean, we all know, and I myself am a part of the same. It's just all about aggression, generating, more wealth, market capitalization, revenue, profits, hordes of numbers staring us in the face, right? So, how do you think, with this spiritual bent of mind, you fit in this entire maze, corporate maze, if I may call so?
Yeah, I faced this question many a time. Sometimes colleagues ask, "Hey, so your corporate life requires a lot of aggression. Is all about material prosperity, revenue, as you said, revenue, operating margin, and all of that. A person with spiritual bent of mind doesn't fit in there." But my question would be, is there really a difference between material life and spiritual life, or material world and spiritual world? Because matter and spirit are two different stages in the same continuum. When we talk about matter, behind matter there is spirit. Spirit is the cause of matter. So whatever we see, we touch and feel is matter, and what is behind that is spirit. Scientist, the very famous equation E is equal to mc square, talks about the interchangeability of matter and spirit. So when spirit is condensed, it becomes matter, and when matter dissipates, it becomes spirit. So they are the same thing. So it's like behind the water there is water vapor, and then behind the ice there is water. And so if you talk about ice, there is water inside it. So if you talk about water, there is water vapor inside it. Maybe we can't see that. So when we talk about material world, material prosperity, when we talk about profits, revenues, etc., we need to understand there is spirit or energy behind it. So material world is a combination of all our material possessions and material objects. And spiritual world is a combination of all our thoughts, ideas, beliefs, emotions, values, everything. So if I want to have a watch, first I have a thought about a watch, and then I materialize that thought into an object, a material object. So similarly, in the business world, all the material prosperity we talk about, behind that there are thoughts, there are ideas, there are beliefs, there is a sense of purpose. So the higher is the thought, the higher and when the thought materializes into an object, it is the reflection of our thought. So the higher is our thought, the higher is the object that we obtain. So the higher is our thoughts and ideas, the higher is our material life. So what I essentially believe, that if you really want to prosper in a material world, we need to have a very high qualitative spiritual life. And if our thoughts are genuine, pure, this will translate into material prosperity. But in the absence of that, we may have temporary material progress, but that may not really lead to sustainable long-term material progress. In the business world also, we have seen people, organizations which did not possess the values, the ethics, in spite of going up and rising and excelling in material prosperity, their downfall also has been equally glorified, if I have to say. So I personally believe that my spiritual bent of mind has really helped me to achieve whatever little I've achieved in my corporate life. In the corporate world, you need to have empathy for your customers. You need to have empathy for your people. You need to have strong determination. You need to have strong willpower. You need to have resilience. Where do you get all these qualities? You get all these qualities if you have a spiritual foundation. Without that, you cannot have those
Absolutely.
traits and qualities which will make you successful in the corporate world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. and very beautifully explained. I think that spiritual world and material world, we cannot see it in silos. Rather, we have to look at a very holistic approach of looking at those things, and things are related to each other because everything stems from the thoughts. Very nicely put,